Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites. How are we doing today? Hopefully we are doing well and y'all can hear and see me properly. You know, I was not following the Stefon Diggs story trial, if you want to call it a trial. I wasn't following it from at any point. I had heard just a little bit of whispers here and there about it, but nothing big. However, I wanted to talk about, because a lot of this stuff we're going to watch together. I wanted to talk about it because apparently he was found not guilty of any kind of wrongdoing. And from the clips that I have seen of the woman who alleges that he assaulted her, she was lying on the stand, getting caught in lies on the stand. Okay. I say this before we get into the story, because these clips, a couple of them I seen, a couple of them I didn't watch all the way through. So that's why I said we're going to watch some of this stuff together. You know what? I'll save it because I do have my opinion about these chicks lying. And I do think that liars, once you found to be actually lying about what somebody did to you, as difficult as it is to prove when something actually did happen, ought to be getting jail time. Ought to be getting jail time. Because there is also a recent story, just to illustrate how difficult it is to prove when things have actually happened to you. A young girl in California, she was 18 years old. She had moved from another state to California to live with her father for a little while. Presumably, as she got on her feet and got herself together and things of that nature. You 18, you just really starting out in life. And she ended up deleting herself because her father beat and raped her. They found, upon autopsy, they found his DNA inside of her and no charges. Like, they're like, she self-deleted, so we don't have to bring any charges about that, even though her autopsy proves the story, because she reported it, but then a little while after, she just deleted herself, right? So even when, and I'm bringing that up because that, I believe that really happened to that girl. Because why else would she delete herself? Because her family was like, she wasn't suicidal before. So why would she all of a sudden get there inside of a couple of months, like a month or so, get there, and all of a sudden she delete herself after she says that this is what you've done to her, right? So he may or may not even undergo no trial. We don't even know if he's going to even be in a trial or not, for something that quite possibly very, very highly likely actually happened the way that she said it happened. But she's not here no more to testify about it. So it is what it is at this point. It's up to other people to care enough to press charges and things of that nature. But once again, she is not alive to recount the story or be cross-examined about it or be asked about it. Okay. And the reason that I say that is because, like I said, and I've said it before, when things actually happen to victims, it's sketchy coming forward because you don't always get the so-called justice that you're supposed to get or you think you're supposed to get. It's difficult to prove. It's difficult to go through. It's difficult to relive the whole situation, and you gotta say it on the stand, and you gotta be cross-examined about it. Now they're asking about the details, and now you gotta go back into, you know what I'm saying? And then it's your word against that person's word, and then was it consensual, or was you just being nasty, or what, you know, and all of this other stuff. So it's already difficult to prove in the first place when it actually happens. So when we have liars, now this lady is not saying that Stefon Diggs sexually assaulted her. She's saying that it was just a straight up assault, which Stefon always declared his innocence on it and saying, I didn't do anything to her. I didn't do anything of the sort. She talking about I hit her and choked her and this, that, and the third. I ain't do nothing to her. Like, not that. I didn't do that. Story fell apart on the witness stand under cross-examination. Okay? Because you sitting up there lying, trying to do a money grab, trying to ruin his reputation, possibly his career, because if the plan had worked, he'd have did some type of jail time. We don't know how much or whatever, but he would have did probably some type of jail time, got cut from a team. You know how the NFL do. Once you get into that type of trouble and it is looking like you about to go to jail, you know, they'll cut you real fast. Okay. So we are going to get into this liar. Okay. Let me see. What do I want to share? Now, I do want to share this one because this is the one where she called herself trying to explain her and Stefon Diggs' relationship.
Characterize your relationship with Mr. Diggs?
I would say it's complicated. We had it started out as friends. Started out as friends, became sexual, and we would meet up, hang out, and we decided I would come work for him like February of 2025.
Stefon Diggs is on trial for allegedly attacking his chef. And the woman says before she ever cooked for the NFL star, they were having sex. I'm Mike Babcock, and this is A Minute with Mike. Diggs was in the courthouse in Massachusetts today where he is facing some really serious charges here. Felony strangulation and misdemeanor assault and battery. I mean, we're talking about possible prison time if convicted. And, well, the chef got on the stand and she said that her and Stefon Diggs didn't actually meet in 2025 when she was hired by him, but they met years before on Instagram. She described their relationship as being complicated and said that what started off as a friendship turned into a romance where they were having a sexual relationship. She says then in early 2025, Stefon Diggs offered her a job. He would pay her $2,000 a week to cook for him in his home. And she said, yeah, I accepted the job. Now, later on in the year, she says they got into an argument over text message. This was December of 2025. She said it all came to a head when Stefon Diggs came into her room and slapped her, allegedly, and strangled her, allegedly, so much so that she said she could barely breathe. That was what she testified to in the courthouse this morning. As for Stefon Diggs, his attorney says it's a complete and utter fabrication. He claims that it never happened. There was never any assault. And he claims this was just all total made up BS. Bottom line here, if he is convicted, Stefon Diggs could be behind bars for a substantial amount of time. We'll see what happens.
How would you?
Now, just giving that little synopsis, I wanted y'all to see that first because that was the clip with the synopsis of the entire situation, why Mr. Stefon Diggs was even in court to begin with. So we got this chicken head, okay? We got a chicken head that met Stefon over social media, probably slid in the DMs, blah, 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 right? Started hooking up, hunching. Seemed like to me, Stefon kind of liked her a little bit. You know, she cool. He was looking out. We already hunching. You cook. Oh, you do a little chef thing. Oh, okay. So here what we gonna do. You come through, be a personal chef. We'll say you're a personal chef. You know what I'm saying? You cook it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I put you on the payroll. I'll pay you 2 stacks a week. That was more than she was getting at the little penny ante job, whatever she was doing before. You understand what I'm saying? That's a good 8 stacks a month. That's pretty good. You ain't doing nothing but frying him up an egg sandwich and tooting it up. That's all he want. Come through there, fix him a little fancy egg sandwich, you feel me? Put a little parsley on the top of it or whatever. You know, then after you do that, give him some neck. You was down. This is Stefon Diggs we talking about. He a whole hyena. He have several baby mamas, many of which, including Cardi B, was pregnant at the same time, round about the same time, had the babies round about the same time. All of these chicks know this. This is not a secret. Okay? None of this stuff is a secret. Listen, put that little piece of parsley on there like it's fancy. You understand what I'm saying? You know, put the little fried egg. Don't put it on a little regular piece of bread. Put it on a crostini. You know what I'm saying? You got to make it fancy. Okay. He wants some neck. He want you to toot it up. He gonna give you $2,000 a week on a little, you know what I'm saying? How you in here cooking whatnot? And it's good. It's all good. You signed up for that. You signed up for this. You said, okay, that sounds like a pretty good deal. You did this. He not holding no secrets. He got a chicken head coming in tonight. You the personal chef. You gotta cook him and her some chicken fingers. You do. You gotta fry them. And he finna bang her out in the same room you gave him neck in earlier. What you want? So you mean to tell me you got in your feelings over some text messages that you knew he was texting other women? He was texting Cardi. He was texting Cardi and them. And the other girl that showed up that Cardi got mad at. He was texting his baby mamas. You knew he had baby mamas. You signed up. Now you mad? Mad enough to make up a story? And take the lie all the way to court. You was trying to take the lie all the way. Like you wasn't even trying to. You should have took because she talking about he offered her $100,000 to go ahead on somewhere. You should have took it because now you don't have nothing but court fees and no job. And no Stefon. You know you want Stefon. You like him. Talking about he came in your room. So he had a room designated for you in the crib. You tripping. You tweaked. And now you don't got nothing. But y'all signs up for this stuff. Stefon did not tell you that he was going to be exclusive and y'all item. He did not tell y'all that. He didn't tell none of these chicks that. They just signing up and lining up. That's all they doing. And then getting mad. It boggles the mind. Now you a liar. You wasn't even that cute. You just had a cute little body or whatnot. You hit it big, then you start tweaking. Over text messages. Why are you looking at Stefon's phone? Why are you in his phone? You know he got chicks in his phone. He got all kind of booty pics in his phone, crazy messages. They done sent him a coochie pic, all kind of stuff. You know that's what he got in his phone. You know what's in his phone. Stefon's phone. You know exactly what's in Stefon's phone. I know what's in Stefon's phone. And the thing about it is what we're going to see is that she must have thought the other women, I don't know who she thought these women were. She thought that the other women was going to back that play, and they got on the stand and was like, absolutely not. We're going to take a look. Look at this. Somebody come look at this. This another clip.
3 weeks ago, your lawyer demanded $5.5 million from Mr. Diggs, didn't he?
Mr. Diggs offered me $100,000 to recant my statement.
That is a yes.
That is the
Your Honor,
only.
Maybe be heard sidebar, please. Yes, I move this right.
The last part of the witness's answer, the last part of the witness's response will be stricken as non-responsive. You will disregard it and you will not consider it during your deliberations.
Three weeks ago, your lawyer demanded $5.5 million from Mr. Diggs, didn't he?
Mr. Diggs offered me $100,000 to recant my statement.
That is a yes.
That is the
Your Honor,
only.
Maybe be heard sidebar, please.
Yes, I move this right. The last part of the witness's answer, the last part of the witness's response will be stricken as non-responsive. You will disregard it and you will not consider it during your deliberations.
They also wrong for having the little beats like she was in the operating room. Listen, the way she kept on getting caught up.
Is there a difference between the text messages that you provided to the Devon police and the text messages that are here?
Yes.
And what is that difference?
I deleted that and pussy, and I'm ruining that bitch life. Not mistaken. Yeah.
And why did you delete those phrases when you provided those text messages to the Devon police?
Because When I was abused in my previous relationship, when I would say things,
The objection is sustained.
he would.
The objection is sustained, there's no question there. Again, the jurors will disregard it. Sidebar.
Is there a difference between
It's the fake crime. Is y'all looking at the same video I'm looking at with her trying? None of the lawyer, the judge, the women that got on the stand, none of the women was going. That's what I like to see. They just wasn't going for none of it. The lawyer wasn't going for it. The jury wasn't going for it. The judge wasn't going for it. They not going. We tired. We tired. Because y'all gets up here and waste people time. Y'all waste the court time. Y'all waste the men time that y'all trying to ruin. Y'all waste everybody time. Y'all wasting state resources. Y'all are wasting resources. Police resources, making false statements, false accusations, all kind of stuff, filing false reports. We tired. Ain't you tired? Y'all should be tired of all that lying y'all be doing. They kept on having the clips that I have seen. They kept having to stop her from going into this long-winded ramble. We not doing the social media ramble. This is not a TikTok story time. They ask you a direct question. Some of these questions are yes or no. We don't need you to go into your little delusional ramble as you try to get these lies together. Ain't nobody trying to hear none of that. None of that. Do you understand? I just want to run this one again, her and this stupid look.
the text messages that you provided to the Dedham police and the text messages that are here?
Yes.
And what is that difference?
I deleted that and pussy, and I'm ruining that bitch life. Not Stefon. Yeah.
And why did you delete those phrases when you provided those text messages to the Dedham police?
Because when I was abused in my previous relationship, when I would say things,
The objection is sustained.
he would.
The objection is sustained, there's no question there. Again, the jurors will disregard it. Sidebar.
Is there a difference?
She deleted them because stupid. Listen, let me tell all y'all idiots out there who think that y'all can alter text messages, fake a text message, edit a text message, delete a text message. If you are dumb enough to involve the authorities into a lie that you know is a lie, and you have called yourself doctoring messages, doctoring emails, whatever it is that you think that you have done to these emails and these text messages, please understand that if your lie goes to court, there is something in a court phase that is called the discovery phase, where they not only look into who you have accused, they also look into you. They dig up your bodies. Part of that discovery is that the court may subpoena any and all records, phone records, any kind of communication records, anything off of your computer, anything off of your phone. Even if you stupidly try to delete it, it's on a server. All they have to do is subpoena those records, right? So the text message that you think you have deleted is still there. It's there. That search history that you think that you cleared, that you think that you performed on the private browser because you thought that was safe, they have that. They have that. And when the court subpoenas these records, the phone companies, the internet companies, all of these entities, they are under legal obligation to provide your text messages, search histories, things that you search, all of that. They have to provide it by law without edit, without redacting anything. All of what you have put down there is there for the court to see. So all them stupid messages that you sent that would be incriminating to yourself, they have those. They have those. You trying to text, I'm ruining his life. They had that. They had that. They subpoenaed that. They read that. When they got the transcript and then they entered it into the court as evidence, we can now read that off to you during court. The message that you thought we wouldn't see, we definitely see it. We have adjusted our glasses and we have read them. The judge saw them. The prosecution saw it. The defense saw it. The jury's going to hear it, and the stenographer is going to make a transcript. So we have it, dumbball. Because y'all birds be straight thinking y'all slick. You not slick. Y'all are dumb birds. Y'all are birds. Dumb ones at that. Pigeons at that. You're not even the good birds. You're not even the intelligent birds. Y'all are pigeons. Y'all are not even so much as them little brown little raby birds that be outside. Y'all are pigeons. You know how stupid pigeons are? Because a pigeon will stand there and look at you. Y'all be really thinking y'all slick. You not slick. You can stand another reason. You're not slick at all. You're not smart. We're gonna go to a commercial break because we ain't even got to the thick of it. We have not even gotten to the other lady that got on the stand that completely was like, no. But after these messages, we'll be right back. So I need everybody to go to ashkicking.com. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. In order to keep your skin looking, feeling, and smelling its absolute best, spring is upon us. So you know it's warmer weather and our extremities are now out. No more hiding your cracked heels in your socks. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this body butter that is on the screen right now, and we're going to make our skin glow. We're going to have it soft, and we are going to kick ash. And if this is going to be your first order, please take advantage of the 10% discount using the promo code Crimson at checkout. Once again, link is pinned to the top of the chat. And also, all sponsorship links are always in the description of every video and live stream. I owe you guys a bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button. Bam, bam. You got to go ahead and hit the like button. Thank you, Tom, for the super sticker. What's good? Highway 20 said allegedly after he demonstrated to her the artichoke, she cooked him some artichoke. Right, because she was in the kitchen dancing. We gonna get to that. And thank you, Frederick says Cheyenne Bryan got that ICDC diploma. That's crazy. We are going to get back to this right after this.
How do you know when you're doing a proper push-up? You don't know, and you won't know until you have one of these. Are you tired of doing push-ups and not seeing the results you want? It's probably because you're not getting a full range of motion. Cheating your reps means you're cheating yourself out of gains. But what if there was a way to guarantee a perfect, full-range push-up every single time? Introducing the Proper Push, the revolutionary machine designed to transform your workout and make every rep count. Watch this. As you go down, the Proper Push ensures your chest touches the button. Then you have to come all the way up, hitting the top button, forcing you to complete a full range of motion. This isn't just about going up and down. It's about maximizing muscle activation. With every proper push-up, you're intensely engaging your chest, shoulders, triceps, and core. Consistent, full-range reps are the secret to building real strength and a chiseled physique. But the Proper Push does more than just guide your form. It has a built-in rep counter. That's right, no more losing track or getting distracted. The machine counts for you, so you can focus 100% on your effort and breathing, pushing your limits without the mental gymnastics. This is accountability like you've never experienced before. It holds you to a higher standard, turning every workout into a session that builds elite-level strength. Think about it. While others are doing half reps, you'll be mastering perfect form, becoming truly elite. The Proper Push isn't just for experts either. If you're just starting out, the plank mode is perfect for building foundational core strength. And for the seasoned athletes, the timer mode will challenge you to crank out as many perfect reps as possible against the clock. This isn't just another piece of gym equipment. This is the dawn of a new era in fitness. An era where you are held accountable, where every single rep makes you stronger, and where you become the elite athlete. The superior trainer, the ultimate warrior you were always meant to be. This is the first of its kind. This is the future. Welcome to the era of the Proper Push. Click the link below to get yours, and start your transformation today. Thanks for watching, and get ready to push properly.
Make sure that you hit the link at the top of the chat, theproperpush.com/VIP, in order to receive this revolutionary new push-up equipment. There is not anything like it on the market, because the Proper Push not only trains you to do a push-up properly from an elite standpoint, but also from a beginner standpoint. So if you need core strength, even if you're injured with your chest or your shoulders, the Proper Push helps gauge where you are in the push-up process. Can you do a push-up properly? Do you have the strength? It will help you detect any injuries or anything like that, places where you need to improve in order to get to a place where you can do a push-up properly. So this is a all-around push-up enhancement device that helps you go from 0 to 100 with your push-ups. So in order to unlock your VIP exclusive offer, you want to hit the link at the top of the chat in order to lock in your VIP spot. There are only 100 spots, and what you get for that is 20% off the Proper Push once the product is ready to launch, exclusive Proper Push merch deals, instant alerts when the Kickstarter goes live, and first access to early bird Kickstarter rewards and deals. All you have to do is hit the link, put your email in, and verify it. In order to unlock that VIP offer, you definitely will be sent an email inviting you to become a VIP exclusive member. If that email doesn't show up in your regular inbox, please remember to check your junk and spam, and the email will be there. Thank you so very much. Once again, all the sponsorship links are always in the description of every video and every live stream. Thank you, Nicole. It said Diggs needs to learn self-control. He shouldn't be in court over post-wall thoughts that he's willingly moving into his home trying to cash in. He must move better. And I agree with you, but just like female hyenas, male hyenas are also hard-headed, and they don't learn their lesson until things really start getting serious and biting them in the butt. So two things are true. I don't necessarily feel sorry for Stefon because he's in that predicament because of the way he moved and who he moved around. The only part of that I don't like is because I don't like liars. Don't start lying on people. He may be doing however he moving with women, but don't start lying. If that man ain't did nothing to you, then he ain't did nothing to you. If you done got in your feelings about something, then it is what it is. You have to deal with that. But trying to take his whole life down because you are in your feelings, I'm definitely not in support of that. Even though he a Guyana, I'm not supporting any type of lies or any time, you know what I'm saying, these chicks get in their bag and think that they're going to start lying on a man, talking about he did this, that, and the third to them to try to get him taken down. You know, you calling the Romans on people for no reason. I don't like it for several reasons. Number one, because it's lies. We not down with these lies. And then number two, like I said before in the beginning of the stream, when real incidents happen with women who get assaulted, whether it be sexual, whether it just be violent by their lovers or their husbands or their boyfriends or whoever, it's always difficult to prove that even when it 100% happened. Very difficult to prove. I don't think there are a lot of convictions, you know what I'm saying, in these cases, just because in order to convict somebody, you have to have beyond a reasonable doubt. And there can always be some type of wiggle room depending on how good your lawyer is. So you may not get that justice. And so lying about it is definitely a no-no. That's a no-no. That's absolutely a no-no. But you do got to move better. Cause these chicken heads be out to get you. They ain't, you know what I'm saying? You don't know these people. They don't have good intentions. Obviously, they are not there because they like you so much and that they are really down for you. They're there because they know you are an easy target. They know that if they look a certain kind of way and that they offer themselves up, you're not gonna turn it down. And for a lot of chicken heads, that's the inroad. That's the only thing they need is for you to open that door just a little bit so they can kick it down. And once they kick it down, it be up for grabs at that point because they'll do anything with you. From trying to baby trap you to trying to, like this chick, trying to lie on you and get your whole career took. There was one other that I want to show y'all. Hold on. I want to show y'all her dancing. Now, this one right here. It's some music playing, so I'm not going to play the sound. But this is supposed to be a video of her. Only a very short while, same day, very short while after the supposed assault that she claims took place. Okay? She claims that he hit her, that he choked her, and all of these types of things. But this is just a little while later. Same day, because these videos are time stamped, and they ended up showing it in court on the jump. Put on the Summer Jam screen. Look at her laughing, joking, playing, dancing. Who does that in the kitchen of the man and with the man that you claim just got through knocking you between the washer and the dryer? You was doing a two-step in the kitchen and fixed him a grilled cheese sandwich after that. What are we doing? What are we doing? Because, and the reason why this is so prevalent is because when women have actually gone through some type of trauma with their assaulter and stuff like that, man, they be trying to get out of there. You a source of trauma. You just attacked me. I'm out of here as soon as possible. Unless it's some type of hostage situation, I'm out. Especially if I'm free to leave, I'm gone. Crying, I'm crying somewhere, crying and getting up out of there. I'm certainly not in the kitchen doing an old 90s dance, awkwardly, by the way, like a lame, in the kitchen, about to fix you a grilled cheese sandwich and some Kool-Aid. Now moving on, because this clip is a bit longer. Now this woman is not a friend of this girl, and from what she's about to say on this on the witness stand is that she actually doesn't know Stefon personally. She lame, because you wasn't even doing a little dance right. I know that dance. She up there shucking and jiving. Badly. Right. Not Reebok. Because that wasn't the Reebok. You know what I'm saying? What? You up here doing the Cabbage Patch after he choked you out. You said he choked you out. That's wild work. Sitting up here doing the Cabbage Patch after getting choked out is wild.
Good afternoon, Ms. Moses.
Good afternoon.
Can you state your name and spell your last name for the record, please?
Sure. My name is Natalia Moses, Moses.
All right. And I'll just ask you to keep your voice up a little bit so that everyone in the court can hear.
Sure.
Do you also go by a nickname?
Yes, Tali.
Tali is your nickname?
Yes.
All right. Where do you live?
I live in Brooklyn, New York, and I've just moved. I live in Florida. I go between Brooklyn and Florida as I have a business in Florida as well.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a hairstylist.
Do you work for any particular salon or on your own?
No, I have my own business.
Okay. Do you know Shy Charles?
I do.
How do you know Shy?
Shy and I met in 2018. I started off being her assistant, her braiding assistant.
Okay. Do you still work with Shy?
No.
All right. What about Stefon Diggs? Do you know Stefon Diggs?
No, not personally.
Have you ever met Stefon Diggs?
No.
Is Stefon Diggs a client of yours?
No.
Okay. Do you know Mila Adams?
I do.
How do you know Mila?
I know Mila through Shy.
Okay. When is the first, have you ever met Ms. Adams?
I have.
When is the first time you met her?
I want to say December 2nd into December 3rd. Around that time, that was the first time I met her in person, but I would have spoken to her on the phone on multiple occasions before.
Okay. And did you talk to her, just the two of you before December 2nd?
No, not just the two of us. We would always speak on with Shy in the middle, so it would always be on Shy's phone. So I never spoke to her one-on-one prior to December 2nd.
I see. Okay. So Shy and Ms. Adams had a relationship.
That's correct.
And then sometime, and you and Shy have a relationship.
That's correct.
And sometimes the three of you would talk.
That's correct.
Understood. And were these calls professional calls, business calls, personal calls?
Personal calls.
Okay. All right. So what were the circumstances under which you met Ms. Adams on December 2nd?
So she said she was passing through to New York, and Shy told her, well, she could stay at her house. I just came from Atlanta because I had a job in Atlanta, and Shy told me that she would pick me up as we were coming in from the same airport. I, however, came in before Miss Adams, so I went to my family's house, and Shy picked me up from there with Miss Adams in the car.
Okay. And where was your family's house?
In Queens.
All right. And that was the first time you met Ms. Adams?
In person, yes.
In person.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, I take it you had been in Shy's car before?
That's correct.
All right. And can you describe her car, the outside of it?
It's a white AMG.
Okay. And can you just describe the inside of her car?
She has a red interior.
All right. Does she have any recording devices in her car?
Yes, she has a dash cam in her car.
All right. And can you describe what that dash cam looks like?
Mind you, just to remind you, I have not completed the watching of this particular clip, but it was very interesting, the part that I heard and the part that I watched. So we kind of watching this part together a little bit. Based on the comments, people are saying that she was very detailed and was telling the truth on the situation. Like I said, I don't know why this woman, the liar, thought that these other women were going to back her up. These not even your friends. It's a hairstylist. This lady don't got no loyalty to you. But anyway.
It's a rectangular shape. She has it on the top of the windshield.
Okay. So you can see it when you're sitting in her car?
That's correct.
All right. And did you know that that dash cam was in there?
I did.
All right. Did you know that on December 2nd?
Yes, I did.
And you could see it when you were sitting in the car on December 2nd?
Yes, I did.
All right. After Shy and Ms. Adams picked you up in, I think you said Queens?
Yes.
What did you do after that?
We went to New Jersey.
And what did you do in New Jersey?
We was just chilling at the house. We bought food, and girls' time. We was just hanging around, watching music videos and stuff like that.
And during that time, it's a strange question, were the lights on?
It was.
Okay. When you were with Shy and Miss Adams at the house in New Jersey, did you notice any marks or bruises or redness on Ms. Adams' face?
I did not.
Could you see her neck at that time?
Yes.
Did you notice any marks or redness or bruises on her neck?
No, I did not.
Did she complain at any point about soreness or stiffness or, soreness or stiffness?
No, she did not.
So based on the questioning at hand, if you just got whooped down the way you say you got whooped, because Stefon is a whole athlete. Not only is he a man that's just stronger than you, this man is a whole athlete. He work out all the time, 2-a-days and all that. So if we say this man have hit you, beat you, choked you out, especially the way you are saying that he did this, you have to have some kind of something on your face, something. And you wasn't complaining about it. So you didn't talk about it? This supposed to be right after? Girl.
You testified. Did you see her eat?
I did.
Did you see her drink?
I did.
Did she seem to have any difficulty swallowing?
She did not.
Did she complain about difficulty swallowing
No, she did not.
or a sore throat at all?
No.
Right. Did her voice sound hoarse?
No. It
Did her
not.
voice sound any different than it had sounded when you previously spoke with her?
No.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary in her appearance or her behavior on December 2nd?
I did not.
Okay. How long did you end up spending time with Miss Adams in New York City?
Approximately a week.
Okay. Did you spend that whole week? And I'm sorry, I should have asked this question. Did you stay in that house in New Jersey on December 2nd?
No, we went to Shy's house in Brooklyn.
Okay. And did you end up staying there that night?
We did.
Did you stay there also on the night of December 3rd?
I did.
And did you stay there all the way up until December 9th?
I did.
Okay. And did Ms. Adams stay there as well?
She did.
Where did you sleep in the Brooklyn house?
We all slept in Shy's room.
Okay. By all, you mean you, Ms. Adams, and Shy?
And Shy.
Okay.
Sometimes Shy would go to her boyfriend's house, so sometimes it would just be Miss Adams and myself.
Okay. I take it you at some point woke up on December 3rd.
Yes.
And what was Ms. Adams' behavior like on December 3rd?
She was fine. She was bubbly.
Okay.
Yeah. A good personality. She didn't show any signs of anything wrong.
Okay. Did she cook for you?
She made breakfast.
Y'all gonna leave her wig alone today. She do got on an Amazon wig. We not gonna do that. She got on a Amazon wig. You know, she just took it out the bag or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? She ain't had time to lace down one, glue one down now. She had to show up in court and kind of be a little bit presentable, whatnot. Now, but I'm like, the one thing that I do want to point out, the difference between somebody telling the truth and lying. You see how she answering them questions straight? These questions is being fired off. There have been no objections or anything. This is how it sounds when you're able to tell the truth when somebody asks you a straight question. You're able to give straight answers to straight questions when you are telling the truth. When old girl was sitting up that line, she having to fake them tears, and that was the worst little to-be acting. That was the worst to-be acting as well.
And same question on December 3rd. Did you spend December 3rd with her?
I did.
Did you see any bruises, redness, marks on her face at that time?
No.
Were you able to see her neck on that day?
Yes, I did.
Were you able to see her chest on that day?
Yes, we all stayed in the same room, so we got dressed and everything together.
Okay, understood. And did you see any marks or bruising or redness
No.
on any of those areas? Okay. Did you see any such marks or bruises or redness, anything like that the entire week you spent together?
No.
Okay. Did there come a time where Ms. Adams asked you to take a look at her hair?
Yes.
Can you, what was that? How did that come about?
So I was supposed to do her hair. So a stylist, I would analyze her hair. I would lift it up just to see if, the style that we was going to do. I was trying to decide on the style that we was going to do. So I did have close up view to her neck and her hair.
Okay. And in the course of lifting her hair and looking at her neck, did you see anything?
No.
Okay. Do you remember taking a couple of videos of Ms. Adams while you were together in New York?
Yes, I do.
Do you remember approximately when that was?
Possibly December 7th or 8th, around that time.
Okay. And I will ask Mr. Kettlewell to very smoothly play Exhibit 8, please. Okay, and we could just pause that. Sorry. Ms. Moses, is this one of the videos that you took of Ms. Adams?
Yes, it is.
All right, and can you just describe where you are?
We were in Shire's room there, and we were just goofing around, listening to music and dancing and stuff.
Okay. And then if you could just complete that video, please. All right, and then Mr. Kettlewell, if you could play.
Is it, am I tweaking, or does she have that same outfit on? So are you telling me that during the course of you hanging out with these girls, that at some point you was at Stefon house and he beat you? That what you trying to tell somebody? Beloved, is that what you trying to tell folks? Or that he came where you were to beat you? Over text messages?
Exhibit 9, please.
Click Exhibit 9. This is how Windows work.
And can you just hit pause for a second? Thank you. Is this the other video that you took of Ms. Adams?
Yes, it is.
And that was on that trip in New York? Good afternoon, Ms. Moses.
Good afternoon.
So, hold on. Hold on. Beloved, because I think I may have had it a little bit mixed up. But every caption that I read linked to that little video of her doing the Cabbage Patch said that this was like same day that she claimed that he had hit her and assaulted her badly. So you mean to tell me you wasn't even at his house? Because that lady said they was chilling together. That was the place they was chilling in. So you mean to tell me that at some point during that week or that span of a couple of days that you were around Stefon, whether you were at his home or whether he had came where you were, because that lady didn't say that he came where they was at. So you went wherever he was at. or you had done so just prior to hanging out with those girls. And that he had put you between the washer and the dryer real bad. And you came back around those girls with nary a scratch, dancing and shucking and jiving. You ain't said one word to them about, "Ooh, girl, I went to see Stefon yesterday and he did me so bad, girl. I can't even get by." Nothing. You was just fine. You was just fine. And you know, you supposed to do a little pivot when you come through with the Reebok. Like, it wasn't no shoulder action or nothing. You know, you do the Reebok, it's some shoulder action. Like, you supposed to do the stiff as a board. Stiff as a board in line. You a line little ironing board, ain't you? You ain't said nothing. You have not even alluded to those girls ladies that you was hanging out with, that anything was wrong with you, that anything was amiss at all. Why did you think that you were not going to get caught? Why did you think that these lies were not going to catch up to you? What loyalty do you think that those ladies owed you? These were not even like your close friends. That lady that just was speaking on the stand is a hairdresser. She know you through a mutual friend. So she obviously not about to get on no stand and lie for you for what? Lie for what? No, she didn't have no bruises. No, she didn't seem like she was hurt. No, her voice wasn't hoarse. No, she didn't seem like she was in any kind of distress of any kind. I was with her doing this day and this day and this day, and we were hanging out, you know, and I was up close on her. I was able to see her and all of these other things. And I didn't notice anything, and she didn't complain about anything. And you deleting text messages that they have subpoenaed the records for, so they know you lying. As they ask the questions, they know. You have to assume that when police interrogate you and when you are being cross-examined in court, that they are asking questions that they know the answer to, for the most part. So you just sat up there and just lied from beginning to end for no reason other than you had gotten into your feelings about something. You the one signed up to be in a situationship with Stefon Diggs of all people. You know what he's doing. There's no mystery. There's no mystery. He don't got you in the dark. He not lying about it. None of that. You in the rotation. You want to be in the rotation. You know you're in the rotation. You in the rotation. What's the problem? See, it ain't no problem being in the rotation when you volunteer to be in a rotation. This man ain't trying to marry you. He ain't trying to marry nobody. He ain't trying to be with nobody like that. He messing around with this one and that one and all that kind of stuff. Girl. And you making yourself mad at this point, because why would you ever be upset? Why would you ever be upset with Stefon when you willingly go over there to deal with him? What is the problem? You going over there because Stefon has money and he liked sex with random women. So that was your way in or to be around him to get you a couple of dollars. You should have left it like that. Getting upset about him doing what he was always doing before he met you, during when he was talking to you, while he was banging you, after he was banging. Like he's doing the same thing. He didn't change it at all. He has not changed. He's not changing. He's not doing nothing different. He ain't gonna do nothing but have another chick somewhere giving her $2,000 a week. You dropped your own bag. Being greedy and a liar. Trying to run game. And don't even know how to run no game. Just lying. You got all kind of video evidence going against you. When all you had to do was go in that room and get that man some neck and then go in the kitchen and fry him up some chicken. Because he an athlete, he like protein. So he want the grilled chicken. Don't fry it, grill it. You understand? Matter of fact, just meal prep him some stuff for the week. That's all you had to do was meal prep him some chicken, vegetables, and a sweet potato. That's all he wanted you to do. That's all he wanted you to do. And you couldn't even do that. You couldn't even do that. He wanted grilled chicken breasts, some steamed vegetables, and roast him a sweet potato. And portion that out for the week. And wasn't even cooking nothing, no big. That's why I keep naming bootleg stuff. Because do she look like she can really get in there and really make something? She in there, you know what I'm saying? Done made him some chicken nuggets, some pre-breaded chicken nuggets. They was pre-breaded. Making him them little dry, you in there making him them little dry salmon croquettes. They was dry because you put too much flour in them, you know. You was really supposed to put cornmeal on them, but you put too much flour. Now they real dry. Dry hot dogs. How you make a dry hot dog? How you make a dry hot dog? He want breakfast. And you done went in there and made him some cereal. That man need a nutritious Breakfast. You can't even make him the protein shake how you want. I got to get on up out of here. Thank you, Dees. I love your channel. Keep preaching the good word. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm gonna get on up out of here, y'all. How you overcook a hot dog? Not dino nuggets. She microwaving them little Totinos. Little pizza thing that you used to get out of Save-A-Lot. If you're in Chicago, you know what Save-A-Lot is. Thank you, Gorilla. Said all she know how to cook is hot dogs and sausage, and apparently wasn't that good at either one of those, if you know what I mean. Got to have been microwaving them, because that's the only way I figure that they get wrinkled like that. Because when I was real young, I used to take a hot dog sometime and just real quick, we used to put it over the fire and they didn't get wrinkled like that. You just want to eat it. Even if you, from somebody said overcooked bologna would be good if you put it in the pan, hump up, and you have to use a fork to put the hole in it or whatever, and then you put it on a little piece of bread, then don't put a little syrup on it. Oh, that's a hood meal right there. That's a po hood meal right there. Was good too. You wasn't even doing that. Had them Scott Peterson and them carnival dogs that turn the water red. Used to turn the water red real bad. She weird. Okay, jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure. This was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.